It shouldn't go too bad through here if I watch it. It'd be so hard. It's already been burned over in there some. But boy, if it got in here, bye-bye, adios. Unless had a big sprayer or something. No saving it. No stopping it. It's going to be hard on me right there, even getting in the middle of that. I can't stand close to that. Unless I had some kind of gear on I don't know about. I can't upload my videos as quick as I'd like. And I don't really have time. I can't multitask, phone, camera, beer. Again, 9 times out of 10 when I do this, I never get to drink much beer when I do this. Last night, I burned a little bit after I already learned to smoke in the area. Right before dark, I went below the old chicken coop and lit a little place. And it would have been nice to set that. That had been the time to, which is rare, sit there and drink you a couple beers. You know, it's hard. It's very rare that you get to watch it do a slow burn and sit there and enjoy the beer and enjoy or listen to radio if you got pickup nearby. Because believe me, yeah, I'd say 70+% of the time don't get to do that. Just don't get to. Too busy. I mean, once you start lighting, you're lighting. Or you're standing in one spot and you gotta watch. You need about 3 other people doing similar, almost with walkie-talkies or phones. Yeah, that's where I need to be a little dope, make me a break right through there, and then burn off all that. It beats mowing it. And plus, it puts nitrogen in the ground, makes it great. You may not have to burn something off every year, but every couple of years, doing a burn off if you can, it's like supposed to be good for the property and the ground. Now, depending on time you do it, in general, it can be bad for some wildlife and some insects. But also on the flip side, it makes some stuff come back more lush and better. And so in that sense, it can be better for wildlife and insects. It can have pros and cons both ways. If I was seeing animals running out, screaming and whining, I probably wouldn't be doing it. Really, I'm not pleased with the direction the wind's blowing. I want to burn on the other side of my house, but that hill, it'd get too close to the highway. I don't even know how this looks. I'm doing the front camera. I'm turning it because I don't like it on me. Oh, and there's water through there. I can't explain it. I was wanting to show it with my camera, but I was in too big of a hurry. I mean, it's always been wetland through there. But I don't know what notification it gave. I felt something vibrate. See, it shouldn't go too much because that's already been burned off. I don't know how. I was down here lighting it that one day that woman come with me. And a different day, weeks before that, when she didn't come with me. I think, yeah, I was lighting it that. I can't know, did I light it that day or we just go for a walk? That's the day I was wearing boots. And boy, it made her want boots more, but she's always liked boots. See, that's already burned off good. Seeing the amount of time it took to do that, I mean, if it's unsafe, just to operate it'd be so much harder. Just with a standard size tractor and bush hog, that happened way quicker, way easier. And there's stuff in there that you couldn't even see that you might not want the bush hog to go into. I even saw a piece of old metal. There used to be a huge, huge sweet gum tree right there. Just past so many years ago, it went down. Probably be a good area to have some kind of vineyard or orchard. I mean, even if there was a water source used through here, it would depend. I'd have to know more about that on the water quality side, I guess. Because you can't be just putting really fertile dirt probably near a water source that's going to be pumped out of. Commonly, it depends. I don't know. or even stuff that, I like the idea of, all the brush, mulch it. I've come up with that idea 5+ years ago and proposed it to CG Roxanne LLC. Like where it needs to be thinned out, the little bitty stuff that's smaller around than my leg or even bigger than that, mulch it. I need a mulcher, create mulch. If there's excess, package it and sell it. But I'm talking about, was wanting to rotate it over the span of time, let it make its own dirt in places. And plus you put mulch around flower beds and stuff or trees to help hold in moisture and prevent weeds and grass growing up. And then last and finally, somebody told me going on 10 years ago, pine needles to put around blueberry shrubs are good because the pine needles are acidic. And then if I really had my way, I'd like to make little ponds through here of native ponds. I don't know if they'd be against trout getting over in the Caddo River or not. I'd have to know more about that. I don't know if I could house trout. I don't know if I could breed them. I know nothing about trout. I know the bass bred on their own in that little bitty pond over there. Bass bred in it. And that pond is it's like what, 10 foot by, it's like 15 foot by 20 foot pond, roughly. But it's got flowing water trickling into it pretty much all year round. I'd be against dumping. You couldn't pay me $1 million to do it. Dump a bunch of orange, yellow colored koi goldfish in the pond. That'd be a disgrace. It's not native. It's not even supposed to. And even mentioned somewhere in the Old Testament, you're not supposed to crossbreed animals. That's under the Mosaic Law, which technically still applies today. Parts of the Mosaic Law applies today. Not all of it, but lots of it does. That's hard to explain. Or it is for me in short words right now. Like, you're not supposed to have intercourse with your wife, even if she's on your monthly cycle. It says that. Not supposed to do sodomy, a.k.a. anal sex. Not supposed to commit bestiality, sex with an animal. All that's applicable today. The various forms of fornication, except for you're having sex with your wife on her monthly. That wouldn't exactly be an act of fornication, but it'd be doing something with blood that's against God's law. Okay, enough of that videoing. They do make a good beer, and I like Busch Regular. I like Miller Lite better than I like Busch Light. But Anheuser-Busch makes what? Budweiser, all of it? Not this, though. I was reading the other day, this has been around since, read it, 1855. Established 1855. They must be doing something right. I don't know how long Anheuser-Busch has been around. Both long time, I figure. This barn's been around, what, 80+ years? Somewhere in there.